All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Look is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs because he can really impact this offense.
Check. Look. Squeeze.
On second down, Whitlock. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! Go. Under 10. Check. Now. Check 13. Big grip.
From the gun, Herbert. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Got his man there. It's Wallace complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 30 yards there. Charles, you talk so much about quick change plays. There's one right there. You get the turnover, and boom, hit him with a big one.
And defenses plan for this all the time. They work on it in practice. But in the middle of a game, when that quick change takes place, oftentimes guys aren't as focused as they need to be.
They'll run on first down. McMillan, he'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'll go special. Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the run.
Wilson. He's able to find Wallace. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch out. Kill. Undercrunch. Tight dog. Showing it. Good touch.
And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Zebra. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. I got him.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Wilson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Check.
Now it's Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. No doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Team 6. Don't get nervous. Check. Look at me. Zipper.
Back to throw. Herbert. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
On first down, Whitlock. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Set. 60 oars. 22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Crunch. 5.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the Bills' 32-yard line.
Hey, ready?
52. Man, I got you. Check out.
They'll try the left side. McMillan, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14.
Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to...
Alert. Check.
Check 25. Watch twins.
Throwing is Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. It's not too often you see a holder putting that football down right on the midfield stripe. 60 yards, Charles, but a little bit too much to bite off there.
Yeah, it's good to show confidence in your kicker. That might have been just a little bit too much. I'll guarantee you, as you just noted, putting it down on the midfield stripe, the holder's thinking to himself, that's a long way. Probably not as confident as well. And
he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Off play action. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Herbert. Finding Knox there, complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
They'll run on 1st down. Hawthorne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down now, Whitlock. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
61, matchbox right.
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our 1st point. It's a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, 1st action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, The action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
They go play action now. Wilson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
After the sack, they'll come up now third and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 31, check 31.
Check.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Got it.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Here we go. You go Tank. You got Tank.
Go out.
Check nickel. Check safety.
Hey, lock it. Ready.
On 1st down, Whitlock. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Gotta do better.
General West.
Hey, alert 3. Mike, go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Alpha.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
315. Mike 54. Go down.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54.
Alert.
Hey, man. Watch the boot. Check.
On third down, Wilson. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on first down. McMillan. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Open man left side is Wallace, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
And he's brought down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Check nine. Good job right there.
They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is third and goal.
14.
Hatchet. Watch safety creep.
Hey, 0.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, these offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the the 46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Wilson. Throws right side, and that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want that. Pick up the ball. Switch, switch, switch. Whip, whip. Whip, whip. Watch the whip. Hey, hey.
Running on first down, Eckler. They find some open field here. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
How about that, partner? That's a gutsy run, a physical run, an explosive run, and he's inside the 10-yard line now. I don't know if you hand it to him again on this play, but make the defense think that you will, and maybe you have some options off of it.
I'm coming after you. Shift, shift. Kill, 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 kill. Switch, switch.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early and try and create a big play to get
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
That's pulled in at the 32. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
Hey, 25. Hey, look.
On first down, Wilson. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back.
Here we go.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
You. Shit.
I'll go special.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Hey, look.
I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On third down, here's Eckler. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the first down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. On first down, Whitlock. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go, D.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A gain there of 21 yards. Boy, the offensive line there, that was a thing of beauty to watch them block.
I love how you give a little appreciation for those big guys up front, and well-deserved. But how about the execution behind them? You can see the hours of practice that have gone into it. Great pocket by the running back. Quarterback puts it right in the perfect spot. Great mesh point by them. The timing on point. The run even better.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go. 30 base.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
Bravo.
2nd and 11. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Herbert is going to float this over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Sean Davis with a pick. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. McMillan. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Wilson. Throw right side, taken in by Wallace. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Go. 10. Under 10. 10. Check. Easy.
Now Eckler. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
You can't block me. SOS. 14. Hey, 0.
Here's Wilson to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to air it out deep for Matthew. And that's caught inside the 30. A big pickup of 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
2nd and 6. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on 3rd down. Herbert. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 6 there on first. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Gun.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Let's go. Drive on.
Now it's the backup, Newton. And Newton fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Alert. He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
It's Eckler again. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On first down, it's Connor. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run here with Eckler. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Connor, call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. And the clock will roll down to zeros. 4 weeks in, 4-0. I don't think anybody needs to alert the 72 Dolphins just yet, but great start to the season.
Great start. How about him taking a knee at the end? And there's no better feeling for a team than to do that, to close out a victory. But you're right, at 4-0, they're sending a message to the rest of the league. They're going to be tough to deal with.
Wilson in the offense, not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th.
You better be